Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Gag Economy Podcast, the podcast where we talk about gigs and gags
In New York City and beyond. Today we have a beyond.
We have an incredible guest. But before we introduce our guest, we would like to just say, if you enjoy this podcast, please like and subscribe. Tap that like button and subscribe button wherever you listen to podcasts. Apple, Spotify, YouTubes. And we would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening. If you guys are on your way to your gigs today on the Saturday, please drive safe. Thank you so much for joining us. We have the incredible CASEY Abrams, a.k.a. Casey Bassey, a.k.a. the legend, the myth, the man who has over 1 billion views on YouTube, a bassist and singer-songwriter man who has incredible hair.
First of all,
Yes.
have you considered a career in radio? Because that was so good.
Thank you very much. I do have the face for it. I have the body for it.
You sounded like an old-timey radio guy.
Oof, those are my favorite.
You sounded like you were announcing World War II,
Oh, woof. Little too close to home,
but in a good way.
but in a good way. Casey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome to you, Casey.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't be there, but next time, let's do part 2 at some point. Have you ever had 2 guests? I mean, like one guest twice?
Return? Yes.
We've had returns.
Okay, we'll do it.
We've also had a return guest who returns in costume in disguise.
Oh,
So
okay.
you are welcome to come back as yourself or in disguise.
I was thinking of dressing up as a banana, but next time I'll do that. I have a song about a banana, so I was gonna like promote my banana song, but next time.
Is it banana pancakes? By Jack
No,
Johnson?
no. I get compared to him a lot because I write about food, and I wrote a song called Heart Shaped Waffles, and they're like, "Oh, Jack Johnson."
Oh
And
my
I'm
God.
oh no! And then I wrote a song called "Banana on the Floor Tom," which is a drum set terminology, and they're like, "Oh, Jack Johnson's song." Yeah. So anyway, it always happens. But me and Jack, I've never met him, but I'd like to meet him and talk about food with him.
Who's the person that you're happiest when you get compared to, and who's the person that makes you feel unhappy when you're compared to them?
Good
That's a
question.
great question because
Amazing.
I don't think I've ever been angry at a comparison. I mean, I get compared to Robin Williams. Someone said you're the Robin Williams of jazz.
What?
You know, every time
That's
I
the
see
nicest thing anyone could say
love
to
that.
anyone.
Yeah.
I would freak out if somebody called me the Robin Williams of jazz. I would be on the floor crying. I love him so much.
Yeah, I mean, like that, but and not even music. People will be like, "Hey, you're kind of like Will Ferrell. You're kind of like Zach Galifianakis."
Geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Or wait, no, you're telling they're geniuses. But
I'm saying that you're being compared to incredible geniuses.
yes, yeah, I'm really into it. Yeah, but music wise, I've also been compared to Jack Black. I always thought of myself as a jazz guy, and I think I am, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if Jack considers himself a jazz guy, but he does some really great scat solos. And so I've noticed that I'll do some vocal inflections like him. I'll be like, no, that's not it. You know, like I'll do that kind of stuff. And I'll be like, oh, that was from Tribute, the song that he wrote with Tenacious D, you know? So yeah. But man, I don't think I've ever been compared to someone that I didn't like. Yeah. No.
Do you ever do impressions? You could do like a whole album of just impressions where each track is you as one of these different guys.
The only impression for some reason that I feel like I'm okay at is
Shakira. Do Shakira.
No,
That's a good one. That's Shakira as a foghorn.
do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one of the characters. Hey Larry. Hey, I'm going to tell you a joke. Can I go meet Jerry Seinfeld? So Bob Einstein is his name. I'll do a thing like him. Oh, Michael McDonald.
Really good.
Yeah, I could do him. I have a structured settlement that I need right now. Call KJ with 877 cash.
Really good.
Yeah, just famous people doing bad commercials, you know? Have you seen that commercial? Maybe that's a California thing.
It might be.
No, I haven't seen any commercials in the last 10 years.
New York commercials are usually infiltrated by like New Jersey guys, like
Yeah.
Sopranos kinds of things.
Or just like local government politicians.
Yeah, pointing at you a lot.
Yeah.
They love pointing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Before we move on, what is the secret? What is your secret to a good scat solo? I want to hear it from you.
Yeah.
Don't plan it. That's all. Just
Oh.
yes.
Damn it. I was gonna plan mine out because I
I
wanted
was planning
tips.
mine right now.
Yeah, I was gonna do like immediately what syllables
right
should I
now, go.
use?
That was good.
Zo 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 zo.
If I can give you a note, heavy reliance on the syllable za.
Dog.
Z.
Za. Za's a great
Yeah.
one.
Okay, actually-
Ska 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 ska.
Should we ask him at the jazz grift?
We have a very important topical question here. It might be triggering for some, but we would like your opinion on this and back it up if you have any confirmation biases.
Just
Okay.
what she's trying to say is
What
I'm
am I
about to
doing?
ask you a question, and you, meaning you, Casey, but also whoever might be blessing their ears by listening to this,
Yeah, exactly.
might feel a little defensive.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is an idea that we've been kicking around in our collective conscious, which is jazz singing. While I respect the form,
Yes.
all respect to all jazz singers, is kind of a grift.
Whoa.
What's grifting? What does that mean?
Grifting is like tricking people.
Yeah. Are they tricking
So
people?
here's what I mean.
Okay.
Sometimes I see a jazz singer.
Mm.
Again, respect.
Mad respect.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
I
do
feel
it.
it.
I can't do what they're doing.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like, it's often like a small lady who's kind of like looking cold and then doing some like maybe like a big blanket type
Mm.
outfit, and then they're doing like percussion with their hands or like triangle,
Mm.
and then they're like
Well, that
We
sounds
love those ladies.
and I'm like,
specific.
are you tricking us?
yes.
Is it a trick?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a trick.
I would say, okay, I'll go on the same thing. I think I'm going to compare it more to bass playing, to be honest with you, because when I
Nice.
scat, I think I'm following the form more. Because, like, let's say here.
Yeah, get your instrument.
Woo! This is a gag economy first.
Premiere.
By the way, listeners, this is a gag economy first. We have Casey picking up his guitar. He's about to bless us right now.
So like LOVE. L is for the way you look at me. 2, if love can make you the one, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. I think that's very intentional, but when it comes to thank you very much. When it comes to the upright bass, when you said that, when you're just kind of like grifting it, I think I'm doing that in the upright bass, and I'll show you why. Because there's not real notes on the bass when you think about it. It's just like it's like the trombone and the upright bass, and cello and violin. You don't have frets, so it's like are you hitting the right note? I don't
Dog,
know. Sometimes
incredible question. And you
Yeah.
pose this question for the very first time.
Oh,
Are we grifting?
Mhm.
Maybe we're all grifting.
I
I
mean,
think so.
vibrato's
Sounds
kind of
like-
a grift.
Yeah, vibrato
When you
is
play
a
vibrato
grift.
on the string instrument, it's a grift because if I play a note that's out of tune, I vibrate my way out of it.
There we go.
Exactly. Or I will what's the word? Slide up. Here, I'll grab the bass. Let's see.
Grab it.
This is. I'm so happy for this right now.
Seriously. This is incredible news.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are listeners. Casey is grabbing his bassy.
Okay, I think so. Like even that was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's like pure luck that I'm hitting those notes, and I think it's muscle memory. But like even
Yeah.
very lucky that I hit a G right up here. It's muscle memory. But like, let's do like.
Hell yeah.
So like that kind of
Hell
thing.
yeah.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't know. Like there's a couple notes and a couple things where I pretended to hit the note,
This is amazing.
like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the tongue
I just
helps.
do that, and people will be like, "Wow, you actually hit the melody."
Listeners, when Casey was hitting a high note, his tongue stuck out a little bit, and I feel like the tongue helps.
Thank you for explaining that to the listeners. So what you're saying is it's not that jazz singing is a grift, it's that all music is a grift.
That's right. I think now I'm like thinking of it in a completely different way, and I'm feeling like I'm like Team Casey on this right now.
Yeah. Because no one in the audience knows what note you intend to play unless you're a classical player that's like performing a concerto that everyone's heard a million zillion times.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're so right.
So you could play whatever and they could be like, I think that was on purpose.
Whatever. I've always felt that I would say 80% of the time, a musician that I know will get off the stage and be like, "Oh, I could have done better." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always think that too. I always think I could have done better.
Yeah.
There's, but it doesn't matter because I look at every single session as a practice session and a jam session, and it's fun, and I get to have fun and practice the music. I always think about if I played at 50%, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't, I could have done 50% better."
Yeah.
That's someone else's 100%. So like, even if at my 50%, maybe I was at 100%, 150% someone else. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
like even at my 50%, that's Jonathan over there. That's his 150%, Like if I played 25% good, then I would be Jonathan's 75%. Does that, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, new idea.
Here-
You're blessing me with a new idea.
Let's go.
What if I start playing gigs
Mhm.
and I eat shit and I'm not prepared, everything's all over the place, I get off stage and I'm like to my fellow players, I'm like, you know what, 25%. You know what, I did better than I did yesterday.
I did a good, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
I always think you should stay positive. And if
Yeah.
you're,
Agreed.
yeah, I think I like to stay in between. Like if someone's like, "Hey, you did the show," I was like, "Yeah, I was okay."
Yeah.
That covers I sucked to I rocked. So I always like to say, "Yeah, I did okay."
Has there ever been a time where someone was like, where somebody after a show like really said something to you that really upset you and you were just like, fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you muster up the positivity to like just be like, fuck it, fuck that guy. I did 25%, fuck him.
Yeah. First of all, what'd they say?
Did you agree? Was this something where you were like,
3-part question, Casey.
I think it's always the opposite. I've done Post Modern Jukebox gigs. I tour with them every once in a while, and I was like, oh man, I didn't hit that note. But then I'll go sign some things over at the merch table, and they'll be like, wow, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. So I'll be like, that it boosts my confidence. Then I'll have the opposite where I'm like, that was like such a fun show. I had such a good time.
Yeah.
Someone will be like, that was great. Are you tired today?
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then,
what?
Yeah. And then there was one time where actually a family friend came up to me. He's like, yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing at the beginning. That was, yeah, it seemed like kind of out of time and you weren't hitting the notes. And then like, during like the 5th song, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. He's doing something. And
wow, what an interesting review.
Something hitting the bad notes and the bad timing. Okay, got it. So that, yeah, I think that's really the worst that happened to me. And I always disagree with it, and I'll say thank you for the input, but I'll know in my heart that it was good. So, but I haven't had a thing where I've yelled at someone or said that was rude or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor was telling me how once he was playing at like the Jazz Cruise or something like that, and one of the audience members went up to him and she was an older lady, and she was like, those shoes are ugly. Just like ragged on his shoes like, after a show.
That reminds me of a story.
Please.
I was singing Creep. I'm a Creep, the Post Modern Jukebox version of it, and the Dave Koz cruise. And there was a woman who came up to me. I was singing, 'cause I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. And then I was going to just have her sing the next song. So I put the microphone in her, and she said, sing Golden Lady. I was like, oh. She had heard me sing it earlier, and I was like, okay, then I took it back, and then I was like, when you were here before, and I like around her, and then she like came up, but she was really drunk. She came up on stage, and I thought she was gonna come sing with me, and then she was like, please play Golden Lady, please, like into the microphone in the middle of her performance. and then I was like, and then I kind of pushed her away, and I made it into something where I was like, you're a creep. It was great.
Nice.
But I was, at that moment, I was just like, why, what are you, like, you're, like, she doesn't, people don't understand when you're performing, it's like an actual performance. And, it's funny, also, in the Czech Republic, I was singing that same song, and I just remember, I look back at it, and I'm like, maybe I was too emotional. Sometimes us artists can get emotional.
Yeah.
And I just remember we were in the Czech Republic, and there were guys that were speaking another language on the side that were like the monitor mixers. And I was like, 'cause I'm a creep. And I heard them laughing, and it just like threw me off. And I remember I was like, I'm going to go talk to them. And I remember coming off the stage, and there's this guy named Rogelio Douglas Jr., who used to be a boxer, but he was the host of the show. And he was like, he saw me walking, and I love him. He like, I remember he got up and he cracked his knuckles, and he just started following me. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I went to go talk to the monitor guys. I was like, you guys have to be quiet. Like this, we're pouring our souls out here. He's like, oh, sorry. And then I turned to Haley, I was like, what were you doing? He's like, dude, I was just ready to break some faces in case something went wrong,
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever had anything like that where someone who is even working for the venue is almost being disrespectful and kind of like just not laughing at you, but just like not taking the stage seriously?
I'm gonna start. If you don't mind, I'm gonna just take this one.
You know what? Can you take this one?
I'm so glad you asked, because I'm going to take this one.
Take this one.
I feel like I'm on Saturday Night Live. This is great.
Thank you so much. So this has happened to me many times on stage, with fellow musicians who do it
Bruh.
while they're playing with you.
Yes.
And like something happens, you don't really necessarily know what it is. Like it could be, let's say you played something maybe a little out of tune, or you came in a way that a person didn't like, or just something happened where it just rubbed one of the players the wrong way. And then they do this thing where they like stare up, they do big eyebrows, and then they like just stare, or they look at somebody else for confirmation of, oh my God, did you hear that? Or they start laughing. They go like that. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, you're on stage, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever happens on stage stays on stage. And guess what? You were right next to me. You're a part of it too.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's
Nobody's going to know if it's you or me. So you better make the most of it and make the best of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, don't be like, oh, can you believe this guy? It's not me. It's them. You know, you don't want.
That's the worst.
If someone laughs at their quote unquote, I don't think there's any mistakes, but if someone laughs at what they did, I'll laugh at them, you know, because they gave me permission. But if they hit a note that maybe they didn't want to do and they cringe, I'll just be like, okay, that's all right. You know, I'll just keep focusing. But yeah, you can't just be like, that wasn't me. Yeah.
Laughing at yourself is an invitation for others to laugh with you.
Exactly.
But the thing that I can't stand is this includes the sound guy in the Czech Republic,
Mm-hmm.
and this includes the laughing person, is we're all a part of the same project, which is to make the performance as great as it possibly can be.
Right.
Yeah.
So if someone kind of stumbles and you laugh at them, or your reaction is against them,
Mm-hmm.
then now you're against the project of making it good.
Yes.
So now you're sabotaging it. So it's like your face or your making noise in the back is as bad as fucking up royally, because you just sabotaged.
You just said exactly. And to even I remember there's things where I had to cut some promos for a project. I remember the guy was like, "Can you say this?" And he was behind the camera. And so I started saying the thing, and then I just remember he was just like,
Dude.
like I was like, I'm distracted. You're
It's tough.
You to say the thing great. Do you want connection? You know, so
Yeah.
that happens.
I mean, once you step on stage, you're in this sacred world. And that's why I love improv so much. Everybody should take improv, I think.
Yes.
Because not necessarily because you want to be an improviser or a comedian or whatever, but it just like reinforces that thing of yes, and you gotta just volley with what you're given. You have to do
you gotta
it.
go with the flow.
You
I
just
did this one
have
thing
to.
with a big producer, and he had me come over to his house and practice for one of our songs 3 times. Like,
Mhm.
he was like, no, I just don't feel good about it. Can you come over the next day and we practice the song?
Mm-hmm.
And when we did the show, we played the song, but one of my saxophone buddies came up, like just started playing from the audience, which I love. And he came up and like didn't do the arrangement that we had practiced 3 times. I was like, we shouldn't have practiced 3 times. Let's just get up there, do the thing, whatever happens, happens. And you just can't, no expectations is great.
Agreed. That's like when we played, Casey and I had a gig recently together in California, and you had talked about this with Taylor, who was playing piano, and you guys were going to do a song, and it was Cry Me a River, beautiful. And I didn't know what arrangement you were doing at all. I had no idea. I just knew that this was a song that you guys were going to do, but I knew that I had to sit out. But then the way you and Taylor interacted on stage made it seem so real. Like you had to, what Casey did was that he said that he had to use the bathroom. And I was like, interesting. You know, what do you call it? Interesting segue, interesting, whatever new direction you're taking. Fine. And then I was like, cool, I guess he really has to use the bathroom. And then he went off stage, and then Taylor started playing, and I was like, is Taylor now playing like another thing? Because an intro doesn't necessarily have the song in it. An intro can be whatever you want. So I didn't know it was the intro. So then I just like started playing along, and then Casey's like in the rafters. I didn't see him because it was dark. And he just started singing, and I was like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to play. But but it was fun because it surprised me.
And I was and it made me happy because I was like, okay, that's, like I thought Taylor was just going to play it. And then you started to play. I was like, oh, that's great. We probably needed that because of all the space. So like we fed off of each other's energy, I think.
Yeah.
Like the not knowing what's going to happen. I really live for that. And Taylor did the same thing for me. It's like, bass solo for this song. And then I was like, right. And it like, I think there's probably like a 0.2 second thing where you're like, what do I do? But literally. And like the more you do it, it goes from like 5 seconds of what do I do? It goes down to 4, 3, 2, you know what I mean? There's always gonna be, it's exciting. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, you felt a little bit of that like, oh no, but I'm excited, right?
Exactly. Because also it's like I personally don't like to be on stage and not doing anything. Mm-hmm. And I think that might just be my problem, my neuroses. I could just be sitting there and like absorbing things, but then I felt like I needed to do something. But then that made people in the audience more surprised because they didn't expect you to be up in the rafters. Like imagine if you were like, and now I will be performing upstairs, like distracting people from what's actually happening was like, just went with it. We just went with it and it was fun.
Give it a 4D experience,
Imagine if I was like, no, Casey, you must not get up and use the bathroom. That's inappropriate for a performance. Please sit back down and do your song
You're
now.
not following the set list. Sorry.
Here's the set list.
Yeah.
Like, imagine
that could be funny, though, if you were just like the naysayer in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that musicians, maybe people don't realize that musicians do the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of gigs and we often play the same songs over and over. And so doing something a little bit different or a little bit surprising is really important for us as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't think we like the feeling of like same shit, different day.
No.
We want to feel invested in what we're doing.
I couldn't do that. And on some tours I'll do the same thing, but I'll try something a little bit different to, because if you're not having fun, and someone on American Idol, I was on American Idol in 2011, and someone told me that the biggest lie detector is the camera. If you're not having a good time, like you pretend or find a way to have a good time, what I mean? Like, so that's why I'll hit different notes, and that's why I won't practice a scat solo. Like I probably did 3 or 4 different scat solos on American Idol. Luckily they let me do that, and it was always different in rehearsal, and it made me happy to try and hit some notes that I'd never tried before, and so that's how us musicians can do it. And again, I don't know about classical, but even I had a classical teacher at Idlewild Arts.
Me neither. We don't either.
But he was saying that every single note should sound different, even if it's written the same way, just because it's a different intensity, it's a different subject matter behind the notes that are happening. And I think that's just all music. So that's why I love playing without track, Anyway, that's...
Yeah. Casey, thank you for bringing up American Idol.
Yeah, we were going to do that too, but then we got so far into something else that we just went with it.
And I'm actually going to refer to my notes here.
Yeah.
Because we have an important question to ask you,
we
which
have some
is
questions.
American Idol, is it fake?
Is it fake? Can you give us the tea? Just a little bit of tea. Maybe a spot of tea.
From what I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you all of my experiences and you can decide yourself, because if it is fake, I don't know. There have the music, no, it's real. And I remember I did Nature Boy. And
so good. So good. Everyone check that out. That performance is available everywhere. Type in Nature Boy, Casey Abrams.
Thanks. Yeah. And that was, I'm really happy I did that. But that was, I fought to get that no click, no nothing, just me, a piano and congas,
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. And the fact there's times where I really reach for a note on the upright bass, and I'm very lucky. There's a couple things that are no, I'm very confident in that performance. It was pretty in tune, and like I did it solo, and I'm glad because I'm glad I took the risk because I'm hitting notes that are doom goom goom doom goom, like you know, this is easy right here, but like down here, it's like, oh my god, how am I going to hit those notes? But that's real, so that's all real. Voting, I don't know. The voting, I have conspiracy theory that maybe they'll get the votes in. Because, I mean, you're texting something, you know, and like, why not receive? But they might be looking at the text and being like, okay, Casey actually was in number 1 with votes today. Let's put him in the bottom 3 just so we create some tension with the viewership. And that's the one thing that I always remember that the producer said. This is not a singing competition. This is a TV show, and we are casting for a TV show. And so it's like if it's not a competition, it's literally almost like acting, and the produce so there was a time where I think Pia Toscano, she was on my season. She's a New Yorker and she's killing it. She sings with Andrea Bocelli these days, and she got out at number 9, and I think they cut her almost to be like Game of Thrones. Let's cut the main character out the first season, see what happens. And then for me, it's like I started watching Game of Thrones a lot more. I'm like, who's next, right? So I wonder if in that case it might be quote unquote fake.
You know what? I wish that's what people said about all competitions. This isn't a competition. This is a TV show. Then it would have been way more fun. Absolutely. All music competitions should be TV shows.
When they said
way
that
more
to you,
fun.
Did you change your approach?
Yeah.
When they said that to you, did you change your approach? Did you adjust? What adjustments did you make?
That's okay. Well, to be honest, I think that was just more confirmation of what I was thinking the whole time. Because when I tried the first time, the rules specifically said you have to be here. You're allowed to wait outside the audition area midnight the night before, not before. I was like, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go like 10 p.m., like 2 hours earlier, and there was already like 1,000 people there. So it's like ready. You make your own rules, and then it also said no musical instruments. I brought the melodica, this thing right here.
Yeah.
And I pretended it was like a tuning pitch pipe or something like that.
Perfect.
I brought an instrument. I was like, well, it says no instruments, but how am I going to stand out? First of all, there were other people with beards. Like it was all musical theater kids that were clean shaven or very young. And then I was like, well, everyone else has a guitar. I'm going to bring my melodica and just play into it in the audition line. And I think that made me stand out. I was like,
amazing.
The TV show. And then when I heard that, I just realized maybe there was a change. I was like, act a little bit, like be yourself, but act, just try to like come up with quips, do some crazy stuff on stage, do something visually pleasing. Let's bring out all the instruments. I mean, I always thought of myself as more of a multi-instrumentalist than an upright player. So I brought the melodica, I brought a guitar, I brought, like the sitar to an audition once, but for some reason, my bass stood out the most to people. So, because I got that information, they're like, treat it as a TV show. I was like, let me bring the biggest instrument I have and see what that does.
I mean, when in doubt, stand out. You got to do it. You got to do it.
What about the producing behind the scenes? Were you encouraged towards certain decisions, discouraged from saying certain things? Like, how produced did it feel to you?
I feel like they really, really kind of were in favor of the creativity. I think that they were really good. I said, can I do a jazz thing? The producers of American Idol, like the actual executive producers of the TV show, were like, that's great. Jimmy Iovine was working with us, the guy that does the Beats headphones. And we were coming out with songs to go with the performances. So they released an MP3 of me singing Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And then I'd perform Have You Ever Seen the Rain? So on their side, Jimmy Iovine's side, they were a little bit more resilient. They were along the lines of, oh, dude, like when I did Nature Boy, the producers of the show were like, yes, that's amazing. We need that. But Jimmy Iovine, the producer of the music that was going to be sent out, I remember, and I think it's even on video, he said, you're going to be whispering in a hurricane. This is the worst thing, the worst you've ever done. Like that. Like I remember I started singing it, and like Will.i.am, some guy named Dallas Austin who bragged about having a snakeskin jacket. Like that was his big thing.
Yeah, cool.
And Jimmy Iovine, them three were like watching me, and I started playing, there was a boy, a very strange, and they started laughing. I was like, wait, what? Does it suck? What's going on? He's like, are you serious? Like this, you like do something else. I was like, oh, okay. And then I did something else. I was like, I feel good about it. But then the producers were like, why aren't you doing Nature Boy?
Dog, I would have kicked their asses. Yeah. Straight up. I'm like, got a problem?
And then I did it with like, they chose, which I thought was a really good idea. They gave me a white upright bass, a white piano, and white congas.
Yeah.
And I think it worked. And then Jimmy Iovine came up to me afterwards. The producers were happy, the executive producers of American Idol. But then Jimmy Iovine came up to me and was like, yeah, that was, I mean, you had white instruments, kind of looked good. So I guess you got that. I think that's what.
Oh my God. You are so resilient. Like straight up. I'm just thinking of, because I can only operate from my experience and my headspace. Okay. And when you tell me these things, I immediately put it in there. I'm immediately like, God, if somebody laughed at me, I would have exploded. I would have been like, oh, it would have been over for me. But you are so resilient.
Thank you. To be fair, I mean, I don't forget who tells me this quote, but you also, it's all a balancing act, right? But
yes.
When you're a performer, you're a little bit of a clown.
Yeah, so totally.
You're bringing joy, even if they're laughing at you.
Were you getting a little bit conspiratorial? Like, are you laughing at me to get a rise out of me so that you're going to get some big reaction?
I think,
even if that is the case, it's like they're still laughing and I'm still having a good time. So it's like it's a win-win. And if they're laughing to be mean, it seems like they're losing and I'm still winning.
Listen, that's you are an Aquarius. Okay? Nice. That is a very Aquarius trait for you to play along, because you are the world's friend. You are you're a friend to the entire world. And it's really, I don't know, it's generous of you to be like that. It's tough. It is tough. But I feel like that's probably why, like, you have, from what I am hearing, is that you had a positive experience and you just are carrying that now in wherever you go and with whatever you do. Like, there are some people who, like, had they not had that mindset, like some people who did Idol who didn't have that mindset, and now, like, sort of just like their memories of it are way more negative because they didn't come to it with your understanding and your openness to, what it actually is. And like, sometimes what things look like and what they actually are so different that it just freaks people out.
Yeah. And I guess I went through a time where I didn't like, people would point at me after American Idol and say, American Idol guy, and
sure.
I was like, why don't they know my name? And then I did Post Modern Jukebox, and then they said, hey, you're the Post Modern Jukebox guy. It's like, wait, you're recognizing me. It doesn't matter. Like, what's in a name? Who cares? And then sometimes people will be like, hey, are you the Simple Life guy? That's one of my songs. It's like, wow, they know my songs, So like, if you're a guy, if you're recognizable, like, that's fine. Like, that's totally great. You don't need, who cares about your name? Like, I forget names all the time. Like, but if I remember your energy and your vibe, isn't that way more important? Like,
exactly.
People do this, like, do the upright bass. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So So then after that, to just play like that, American Idol. It's like, man, I'll be the American Idol guy. I like that. Yeah. It's like, I will play into it now. And in fact, I have a podcast interviewing American Idol people now, because I'm like, whatever, man, I can be the American Idol guy. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's an incredible segue for us. Thank you so much for reading our mind.
Your thoughts,
which is that we'd like to do some FMKs with you.
That's right.
Fuck my knowledge. What's that start? What is it?
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, all right.
So we'll do a warm up
We're going to do a warm up.
because you have some prolific hair.
Your hair is prolific. Yes, it is.
Okay,
It
fuck
is.
my hair.
I'm surprised people don't go.
Yeah. Hair. You're the guy with hair. Okay.
Yeah.
FMK.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing your hair down, wearing your hair up, or having a bald face, no beard.
Yeah.
FMK. Which do you marry?
I need to imagine. Okay, so this is the fucking or marrying or killing the idea of. Okay,
Do with it what you will.
It can
you know?
also be literal.
Yeah. It can be
Okay,
literal.
well, I think I have a feeling that I would probably kill the bald.
Okay.
It's dead.
You're killing the bald.
Killing the balds.
It's buried.
You get cold easily. He gets
I
cold
would
easily.
In the face.
Okay, this is great. I would marry this. I think this is.
You're going to marry?
recognizable.
Yeah.
It might be the most professional. Like if I'm in a professional place, I want to have this.
You want to have a top knot.
Yes, and the reason being is less distractions on my neck. There's not hair on there. Also, it makes me a little bit taller.
Oh, that's nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm like a little bit above average height, but like it's almost like a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like, what is that? That's like what, an inch or two?
Yeah.
And so people see
I would
that
say
and-
4.
yeah.
It's a big bunch.
So that's what I would
Big bunch.
marry, and then I would fuck the long hair. Every time I bring the long hair down, yeah, girls will do. People will just do that.
People must ask you about it too. They must be like, what do you use? You know,
Yes.
what's in there.
Yes, yeah. Let's see. So like,
Yeah.
Ooh, listeners, Casey is now doing a Fabio with his hair.
Yeah.
He's
yes,
beautiful locks.
Holy.
Ding dang.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
so another
Wow.
one. This is
Stunning.
performance related.
Yes, FMK.
FMK, these performance arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Post Modern Jukebox, American Idol, the TV show, Marta's Wedding.
You can K that one, that's fine, but don't.
what does K mean?
K means kill.
FMK.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Which do you F? Which do you M?
I would marry. Well, I guess you getting married. That's like
Yeah, marry us getting married.
I think I would fuck that one.
Ooh.
Well, I
I
gotta
would marry
consummate
Post
it.
Modern Jukebox. Wait,
Marry
venues? Oh, the TV show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely. Okay, so number one, I would fuck No. I would marry Post Modern Jukebox because that's like kind of a fun lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I went like 3 years without playing with them, and then I did a gig with them in Florida maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was like, oh man, the music is just so fun.
Yeah. That's like when you leave your wife and then 3 years later you're like, oh, I remember this lady.
Yeah, I really, really loved her for some reason.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Or it's like if you like have a family and you have a second family and then you go to your second family and you're like, I forgot about these kids.
Yeah. There was a reason why I did this.
But then I would American Idol. I'll kill American Idol. Okay. And then I will fuck your wedding.
That's
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
Really good.
Yeah, and the reason being because I think that American Idol, as much as that was fun, there was stress, a lot of stress involved.
Damn, dude.
That was the most stressful of those three. And then I think that the career for Post Modern Jukebox is a good marriage, and then fucking the wedding is just a nice fun night, and good one night stand for me. So
That's right. Everybody, for the listeners, Casey was so sweet to donate his beautiful voice to my wedding last year.
that was
He
great.
sang
No, I
beautiful songs, and we are so grateful. Yay.
anytime.
Yay.
Okay. FMK.
Another FMK.
Having a billion views, winning a Grammy award, or your only success is one song, but that song pays for your life forever, and that you're just that song. You're the guy that did that song.
You can't do any other song.
And when you perform, it's just that song.
It's only that song.
Okay.
And you're like, let me do my B-sides. And people are like,
No, just one song,
thank you.
please.
One song.
It pays for the mansion.
Yep. You're good.
Grammy, one song, billion views.
Mm-hmm.
Marry the Grammy.
Married.
Nice.
Yes. I'm very inspired by Taylor. It's so funny because when he got, this is a side story I'll get back to, but it's so funny. When he got the Grammy, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then all my friends are trying to get Grammys and they're not getting them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Taylor worked really, really hard. Like I didn't realize like that's the thing. So I'm inspired by him. I'm going to get a Grammy at some point in my life. And
Awesome.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Thank
you
you,
are.
universe, for the
I
Grammy you're about to
thank you
receive.
so much for even having me on something. You know, like
You
that was-
technically are a Grammy winner. Technically.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I always say I was on a Grammy award-winning thing.
That's right.
And the fact that he is too. So
Two.
It's
You are
awesome.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and guess what? It's the thing that he loves to do. Like
Yeah.
that's insane. So
Yeah.
very inspired by that, and his tour was fun. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do the marrying the Grammy.
Yeah.
The next, what was the other one? Was a billion views. What is it?
Mm-hmm. A billion views.
On
You got a billion views. Just in general. Just people are viewing you.
I'll
So
fuck-
technically you already have that. Technically you already have a billion views. How does
Yeah.
it feel?
You can speak to
that
this
feels
better
great.
than
I
anyone.
mean, and it's fun because it's the most viewed things are with an upright bass. Me,
Yeah.
That
upright
rocks.
bass to a broken dryer. Me playing the upright bass with Stefano, my good buddy from American Idol, and I think there's one where I dress up as Spider-Man, and then there's
Cool.
one where I'm on American Idol. So
That rocks.
Yeah.
that has millions of views. So
Your video of all about that bass has 112 million views.
oh yeah, that's a
That's
lot.
crazy. Yeah.
100 million on YouTube is a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot.
Do you ever picture what 100 million people look like?
Yeah.
No.
I do.
Let me think though.
I can smell what 100 million people
Yeah.
smell like.
I picture like that scene in Lord of the Rings when the guy comes out on his balcony and he sees the army and they're all chanting. Those are your 100 million guys.
Right. Yeah. And I've seen 100,000 like in a festival.
So
Times
cool.
that by some number that I don't know.
I think
'cause
it's
don't know.
100,000 times 100,000.
Is
That's
it
100,000.
How's it do that?
100,000? Yeah, 1,000,000 is a million.
Times
So,
it by 1,000,000.
Somebody help us.
1,000 billion. Yeah. So I can't imagine. Yes. And you know it's funny? I choose not to. No. But I could imagine it if I wanted to. But I would imagine it's the ocean. But you know what? If you look at sand, you're probably looking at a billion of things. So yeah.
That's true.
I love looking at sand. I love just staring at sand and imagine how many billions of sands there are.
Okay, so
What did you M? Wait. You K'd
no,
something?
he K'd the Grammy. I mean, he
M'd the Grammy.
M'd the Grammy.
You have to either K billion views or marry billion or fuck billion views. Billion views.
The being known for the song.
That's what you would fuck? The
No,
song?
I would kill that.
Whoa.
Oh, and you effed billion views.
Wow.
Correct.
I just want to tell you, since you married the Grammy,
Yeah.
just speaking from personal experience as someone who has a Grammy right behind them,
Yeah, right there.
it's tough to be married to one because she doesn't do shit. She doesn't do
she doesn't
laundry.
talk. She doesn't do anything.
She doesn't cook me dinner.
No, she just sits there.
Horrible life.
She's heavier than I thought.
I go, honey, I had a bad day. Can I talk to you about it? Doesn't say a word.
She's silent.
Bummer. Okay.
She gaslights me every day
Sorry.
into believing that I can do it again.
All she does is just. Well, I was gonna say she listened, but she doesn't. She's just
Horrible
talk.
listener.
She's just a token. She's my token. Token Grammy.
Oh, last question, and
Last
then
one.
we will release you.
No,
from
no,
this.
no. We need his gigs.
I have some gigs, but yeah, ask.
Yeah.
Ask
Oh,
We started at It's like
Last question.
218-ish. Yeah.
Do you have some gig stories for us today?
Yeah. This is why we're here at Gag Economy Podcast. We like to know the ins and outs of what it's like to be a musician, singer, performer. But what we really want to know is, do you have some horror stories? Do you have some gigs that have gone awry? And what happened?
So
what happened on those gigs?
Listeners, This is Casey Abrams, Ghost of Gigs Past.
That's right.
Okay. I like the quote, always winning. No matter what happens on stage, you're winning and only good things are happening.
That's
so
right.
I will name there's 3 things that have come to mind where it could have gone haywire. Haywire?
Haywire. Way higher.
Way higher. Oh,
that's right.
So, okay. There was one gig where I was playing, I want to say in Detroit, and it was in a bar. I would say about 150 people were there. And I was just playing a song, and then a drunk guy he walked up to me, and he was kind of leaning. He walked up as he was leaning.
No.
Weird. He said, "Hey Casey, I'm a good singer." And then a couple of his friends were like, "Yeah, put him on stage." And then like the bartender was like, "Don't do it." I was like, "Okay, man, maybe next song." And then I played, and then he's like, "Casey, I'm here if you need." And I was like, "All right." I handed him the phone. I was playing the bass. He's like, "What do you know?" He's like, "Sitting on the dock of a bay, sitting in the." He just started singing. Didn't even like. I'm okay. I don't have perfect pitch, but I could kind of tell where he was, and I started playing the bass, and he was playing, and he just kept. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. Kept leaning over and over again, and a guy had to come pick him up before he hit his head on the stage. And then I was like, I was gonna go congratulate him afterwards. We turned it into a moment. I'm happy because I don't remember anything else about that night. I know I did my songs, but I remember it was a moment. I like creating moments. And I was going to go talk to him afterwards, and he was in full lean, like he's shouting at someone in the car. Anyway, so that was fun.
Full lean, man.
That's really
I've been there. I've been at full lean.
Yeah, it's really funny to be like, are you a sad drunk or a happy drunk? I'm just a sideways drunk.
Yeah.
So kind of in between.
I just am on my side.
Lean. The thing about being full lean is that you don't know that you're being full lean until someone tells you the next day.
Right.
That's when you find out.
and maybe you need that to like see outside of your eyes that are, like you can't. I'm squinting, so I have to do this.
Totally.
Open. I don't know. I have one more thing.
Please.
A quick thing. I mean, there's 2 Post Modern Jukebox things, but the first one, the quick one, is I would love to just be crazy on stage. And I've been sober for 3 years, but I used to drink and smoke some weed. So I remember I would get on. I was doing "Sweet Child of Mine." She smile and it seems to me, and I remember it was just me and the piano player. His name is Todd Schroeder. And I got on. I almost did a plank on the piano. It was a stand-up piano. So he was playing like this, and the audience, you're the audience.
Yeah.
You gotta smile. And so I did like a full lean. I did like a plank on top of it as he was playing right there. And I was singing. And then I remember I was like trying to get off. So I like did this. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then my feet down, but the piano started to do this. It started to lean.
No.
And then Todd was like, "Oh no." And then my feet literally planted, I fell, but my feet landed. So there's literally this was the piano.
Yeah.
And this was me. And I was literally holding the piano up as he was playing. And so that could have been really, I literally could have knocked over the piano, but I was so lucky that I literally was holding the piano up. And then another night, I remember I was in San Francisco.
Lots of leaning involved in these.
Yeah,
Really good,
leaning
really
stories.
good.
Leaning podcast. So I started. I love a good mushroom trip, and
Really good.
so we were in San Francisco, and I decided to take some mushrooms at the beginning of the day, and then I was gonna just be like, okay, well, it's been a good couple of hours, and now I'm sober for the show, but I just kept taking them. I went
No.
walks.
No, 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 no.
I remember taking them,
God.
and I remember Jacob Cesny, the sax player, my good friend. He was in the band at that point, and he was just practicing his scales. I was just looking up at the San Francisco venue. I think it's the Warfield or something, and it was just beautiful, beautiful paintings above us.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. And I just kept taking them. And then for the show, they'd always introduce me and say, ladies and gentlemen, Casey Abrams. I just walk on stage and grab the bass and say, hey guys, good to see you. But this time I was like, hey, I'm so high on mushrooms. I gotta make like a weird, I need to do something.
Yes.
So I grabbed, there was something that was hanging on the side of it. It was like I want to say it was a board. It was like a skateboard. It was a board, but it had like 4 wheels on it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So they said my name, and I decided to get on my stomach on the thing and kind of push myself like in PE class when you were a little kid. And
Yeah.
like things. I don't know. So I pushed myself out, and I started like swimming, like on the stage, like on the wheels, and then what are you doing? And
you thought you were in the water.
and I started doing Superman, woo! And I even told Todd, I was like, hey, play Superman, do it. He was like, oh God, like that. And I just started doing it, and I looked into the audience, and no one was laughing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I got up, I grabbed the little board, and I was like, thank you, good night. And then I started to walk up, and then everyone laughed. And then
Really good
I was ready to
there.
walk off the stage. I was like kind of coaxing my fellow band members. They knew how to improv. Yes, and
That's
Casey,
really good.
wait, no. You have to sing a song.
Come
Really?
back.
Okay, so then I was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, and then it was one of the most magic nights of my life.
Did they all know you were tripping?
No.
Oh, really good.
No, in
I'm
fact,
glad because
the
they might have
drummer-
really vibed you then.
Yeah.
I'm glad they
right.
didn't know.
The drummer was even like, dude, I walked with you to the Bay. Were you high then? I was like, yes. And,
Oh,
and
no.
the trombone player came up to me and was like, bro, there was something different about you tonight. I was like, oh, something good. He was like, something different. Something you did. What did you? And I was like, no, I was good. But it was magical for me, and I'd done it a couple of times because you get to see every single eyeball. Like there's something about it.
Yes. Everything sort of turns into like a peacock feather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So that was again. Those are all things that could have gone wrong. I don't think
I think perhaps your gags were positive. They were gigs that turned into gags, but they were good.
It's
They
just
were so
that
good.
they didn't turn into gags because there was a sideways element
No.
in all of them.
right.
You were on your side in some way.
Ah, I see. Yes.
You you had the lean going.
Between gig and gag.
Yeah.
There was a big lean there.
You were lean.
There was one other time that Dave Cause and I. There's a giant dreidel that's supposed to come from we did a Christmas tour, and a giant dreidel was supposed to come.
Good.
But me and Dave were like, Dave usually is like, I have a present for you. Dreidel comes down, and so this time I apparently there wasn't room to put the dreidel in. So Dave was like, hey, I got a present for you. We looked up, and for 5 seconds he's like, guess not. Anyway, so
No dreidel.
yeah. So anyway, that was probably. But again, it was fun. I don't think I've had like a mess up on stage. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
I'm
about
happy
that.
too because I feel like it's like the entire attitude that you bring.
Yes.
What did you say
absolutely.
earlier? Everything's something positive. What was it?
Always winning.
Always winning.
You're
We
always
love that.
winning.
There's an opposite phrase I think people like to use, but I think if you have the word, even if you say don't, it's like don't push the red button. You want to push it.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
never losing is great, but it has the word lose in it. So like, why
You
not?
want that in
Never.
Always winning, right?
Absolutely.
Listen, well, I'm going to tail slate a couple of things before we finish.
Tail
Okay.
slate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't mention them before, but
Tail it. Slate
Post
it.
Modern Jukebox, for you guys who aren't familiar, is this phenomenon on YouTube of people reharmonizing, redoing songs and covering them in a different way. And that's a phenomenon that you were part of after the American Idol phenomenon that you were part of. And then Dave Koz, who you mentioned just now, he's a legendary smooth jazz saxophonist. Was he the one that did or that famous
No.
thing? No? Okay.
He did the theme song to General Hospital.
Okay.
Cool.
So Dave Koz is a legendary saxophonist. Smooth. I guess he's he pioneered smooth jazz. Yeah, right?
He was out with Corey Wong.
Awesome.
He was on stage with Wolfpack in
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he was on Full House. No, he was on Family Matters. So he was like an instrumentalist back in the day, in the 80s and early 90s, that people knew by name, it's just rare. It's rare for instrumentalists. So
He's like the cool Kenny G.
yeah, he's like the cool Kenny G.
Yeah.
And you were taking part in his cruise, right?
Yes. I'm very.
That's
I'm very
what
lucky
we
to
were
be
talking
part of
about.
that. We just did Brazil. It's the first time I ever went.
Insane.
Next year we're going to Japan, which I
Insane.
Wow.
We are so excited for you, for what
It's
you have
amazing.
in store, for us to see you perform. How can our listeners check you out? What do you recommend them to check out your podcast, your
Yes.
Idols podcast?
Yes, for sure, and that happens every single Monday.
Every Monday.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Sometimes I'll have a voice winner, or sometimes I'll have an America's Got Talent, or sometimes just someone that was on a Nickelodeon show. But
We love it.
Cool.
You had a viral moment on your Instagram, which was really fun. A viral clip
Maya
going.
Sykes, who had a nice Prince story, and
Amazing.
she was on The Voice, so it's crazy. But there's always people on some kind of show, and
Yeah.
but if you want to check me out, like for my music and all that stuff and the podcast, but CASEYBASY.com.
CASEYBASY.com,
CASEYBASY.com.
listeners. Thank you so much, Gag Economy Podience,
Wow.
for tuning in. Yeah.
Casey,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thanks
At the
for
end of
having
our
me. That
pods,
was fun. Good games, good stories. Appreciate you.
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
And we
I
always
hope to see
say
you in
something.
New York. And
yes.
Please.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'd love to be, and then obviously let me know when you're on the West Coast as well.
At the end of our pods, we say the same thing. It was great playing with you. It was great playing with you.
It was great playing with you.
Wait, can I do one?
Great playing with you.
Yeah.
Great jamming with you.
It was great jamming with you.
Great jamming with you.